Hi everyone, this video gives you a brief description of my ship build and strategy for running DPSM. I am running the Crenum Imperium using anti-proton beams. They are damage-free pen. I'm running the 4-piece Iconian set as well as the 2-piece assimilated set, which is the cutting beam and the ASIM module. If we have a look at the engineering, I've got dynamic power redistribution module in there, the BIC, and the timeline stabilizer. My science slots have been filled up by the ASIM module, the temporal disentanglement suite, and the crystalline absorption matrix. Now, they're all the usual suspects. The only one that you might not expect to see in there is the crystalline absorption matrix. I chose this over the polymorphic one for DPSM because the Kazon mobs freak out when they see the probes, and you really want those Kazons to move as little as possible. The crystalline absorption matrix gives you some Cat 1 damage and damage resistance, and the clicky gives you a really good boost to energy damage resistance, which comes in handy against the Kazon mobs. And here is a look at the rest of the ship. The last thing I want to show you before we start the run are the buffs that I'm running. They are the fleet buffs as well as the research lab buff as well. But I'm also running 2 personal DOF mission buffs. You get these by getting a critical success in personal DOF missions. And these ones add plus 25 to long range targeting and plus 25 to weapons training, which increases your critical chance. I have a video available called Doffing for DPS if you want to know I'm getting these and using them. And on to the run. My strategy is to vaporize the first and second mobs of Borg in under 10 seconds by firing everything I have in tray 4 and tray 7. But we're going to start our run by swinging out to the right hand side over here and beginning our run and our parser from this asteroid over here. As I'm about to get through the Borg, I empty every science thing I have in tray 5 and the crystalline absorption into the first available Kazon. Now the Kazon mobs are in flanking position already because they're facing the gate instead of facing you. So as long as they don't move around too much, you can get really good flanking damage by flying in small circles behind them, and that's what I try to do, working from the furthest Kazon away from the gate to the closest in order to be in range of the second mob as they appear. Okay, the final mob of Kazons is about to appear and we are right on top of them. All I'm really looking for here is to at least have my beta and my fire at will available and maybe a science skill. If there's more available, that's great, but at the very least those things need to be available as the Kazons appear or within a few seconds of them appearing. I've never been able to do it deliberately. The map variations make it impossible for me, at least, to time it so that I've always got beta and fire at will available. It's more a case of getting the right situation through repetition. As the final Kazon goes down, make sure you're in range of the appearing Borg, and finish them with whatever you've got left in your tray. The only thing I really make sure I've got here is the Biomol Shield, just to get me through the last mob. So to summarize the run, kill the first 2 mobs in 10 seconds. Science the first Kazon mob. Flank. Be there when things appear and hope for some lucky timing. To get the score I've run this mission more than 100 times since the balance. I have only got over 100 2 other times, 90 plus a handful of times, but mostly in the 80s. Thank you for watching and for showing interest in my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you found the video informative. Feel free to leave questions or find me in game and I'll try and answer any questions you have.